everyone attending today. Of course, we would much rather meet in person. We are, after all, hospitality, but these are strange pandemic times. And soon enough, there will be a time when we are all together, hopefully next year. I want to start with a number of updates for the students, alumni, faculty, industry friends, and anyone else who has joined us. To tell you a little bit about what SHA is about, what we have been doing, where we are going next. And at the end of the talk, I'll be happy to take questions and answer anything that you might put at me. You can type them in the chat where Professor Lance can read them out at the end. So I want to start with a little bit about Boston University first. One big development that has taken place at BU, among the many, is that student selectivity keeps rising each year. So, for example, many years ago, where it was in 50, 60%, now it is 18%, and it keeps declining each year. And so we are now at 18% of students who think they have a shot at BU. So fantastic. And for everyone who's an alum watching today, congratulations. The value of your diploma keeps rising each year without you doing anything. So one of the things I want to do is talk about what our faculty and staff have been doing over the last couple of years in consultation with our advisory board, has been working on our purpose statement. As many of you know, our advisory board consists of very senior leaders in the industry. And so their advice and consultation has been invaluable in doing what we are doing today. So our purpose statement is to enhance the quality of human interactions in today's experience-based service economy. So I want you to think about that for a minute, about that statement. To enhance the quality of human interactions in today's experience-based service economy. Now notice that we have expanded the concept of what it means to be in hospitality. This is going to increase the opportunities for our students and alumni to enter a wider set of careers. But wait, our alumni have already been leading the way with a career in so many different sectors that now we recognize that as a school, and we are incorporating it in our strategy, in our curriculum, in our thought process, in how we operate, and how we have talked about our mission and purpose and how we do everything in the school. So thank you, alumni, for doing that and opening SHA to all this richness of careers that are available. So let's talk about our undergraduate program. Many of you know that we've been adding electives and concentrations to our curriculum. So for this academic year, we have 23 different elective classes that are being offered. And we have 4 concentrations for undergraduate students: marketing, real estate, revenue management and analytics, and event management. Over the next few years, we have ambitious plans. So I'm going to list the following concentrations, and I hope all of you are sitting down as I read off our plans for the next few years. We are going to add accounting finance, entrepreneurship, retailing, design, human resources, and sports management as available concentrations for the undergraduate program. So I hope that you're excited about it. Let's move on to a master's program. We started MMH, Master of Management in Hospitality, in 2017. We have really expanded that program extensively. So we had hoped to start with about 8 to 10 students in our very first year and reach a target of about 30 students in 5 years. We blew past that target in our very first year and have been rapidly expanding each year since then. Currently, we have 55 students in the program. So this year, this coming spring, we will be offering 12 elective courses in our MMH program. We will also have 3 concentrations that we added this year: digital marketing, real estate development and finance, revenue management, and analytics. Just like the undergraduate program, our future plans are ambitious with respect to our graduate program as well. Over the next 3 years, we hope to add a second graduate program called MSM, Master of Sports Management, with a concentration in analytics and another concentration in venue management. For the MMH program, we hope to add a concentration in senior living, entrepreneurship, healthcare operations, and human resources. We just recently concluded a partnership agreement with ESSEC Business School in Paris. So graduate students from ESSEC and SHA will be able to spend a semester in the partner institution and obtain work experience in that country. So SHA students would go there for a semester to take courses at ESSEC and then do a summer internship in Paris or somewhere in France, and then come back to complete, oh, actually, I'm sorry, take that back. They'll be doing a 6-month internship, then come back to take the spring semester back here again. We have a great working relationship with ESSEC, which is one of the leading business schools in Western Europe. And they have some very well-known faculty, experts in hospitality. And it's a well-known, recognized program. So that's part of the reason why we entered into a partnership with them. I also want to say that our graduate program has made great strides in the short time that we have been in existence. If there is anyone among our alumni who want to come back to SHA for the Masters of Management in Hospitality, we would be delighted to welcome you with scholarships to help with obtaining a graduate degree. Note that ours is a 1 academic year program if you come in full time. It's a fall spring semester program. Just for this coming year, we also have a cohort starting in January. So we're looking forward to meeting all of you and anyone who wants to join the program. One thing I want to mention is that this is not a continuation of the undergraduate program. It is truly designed to be a value add to your undergraduate degree. While it may have started that way initially as a continuation, but it has truly evolved, and I invite you to look at it in more detail. So let's spend some time talking about our faculty. We always had faculty that had lots of work experience in the industry and had terminal degrees. In addition, we have now bolstered our faculty rank with faculty who not only have working experience in the industry, but also are top-notch research scholars. We have 5 of them now. They're doing cutting-edge research in hospitality and publishing in all the top journals in our field. Many of them are quoted extensively in the media. So I'll give you 3 examples of research papers they have written in the recent past. Professor Modi has been working on the effects of Airbnb. One of his papers is titled, Parallel Pathways to Brand Loyalty, Mapping the Consequences of Authentic Consumption Experiences for Hotels and Airbnb. Professor Payton is performing research on IOPsych. One of her recently titled paper is Perceptions of Work Environment Characteristics, Work Passions, and Work Intentions, replicating the employee work passion appraisal model across 5 samples. And just one more paper, Professor M. Pontulis is working on pricing strategies. He's a revenue management expert. So his paper is titled, The Role of Social Media as a Distribution Channel for Promoting Pricing Strategies. So you can see that in terms of research also, we are doing fantastic, doing a lot of research, cutting edge research. Finally, I also want to mention that we are taking a leadership position in the country by holding a workshop for underrepresented minorities to introduce them to doctoral education in hospitality. So let me back up and explain what this is about. If you look at all the hospitality faculty around the country, you'll find that underrepresented minorities are simply not there. We did a recent survey and we found that there were less than 5% in the faculty of all of the hospitality programs in the United States. So what we are doing is we are getting 30 to 40 underrepresented minority students who might be interested in an academic career. We're going to bring them from all over the country to Boston, fingers crossed, hopefully in May. And then we're going to invite all the doctoral coordinators from all the leading hospitality programs, and they'll come and hold workshops and describe what a career in hospitality faculty means. So that's going to be happening in this coming year. So last thing I want to say is that SHA is doing great, better than it ever has been. I invite all of you to engage with SHA. I've always said this, and I repeat that every single time I meet alumni, that no school can be great without active participation and engagement from alumni. So we are eager to engage with you, the alumni of SHA. Please feel free to contact any of us and get involved and engaged in making SHA a much, much better school than what it is. So thank you for coming today. And I'm now happy to take if there are any questions. Professor Lance, or anyone else, if you want to raise your hand or type in a question, I'll be happy to answer.
If anyone wants to type into the chat, I'm happy to take the questions and share them on your behalf. What I would like to just also share is, you know, despite the craziness of 2020, I have to say our faculty, our staff, you as alums, I see many of our master students here. I see friends from industry here, so that's a treat also. Thank you for joining us. We've come together quite well. Clearly it was a ride the waves of the first few weeks to learn how school is going to look this year. This is like no other, but we've got our rhythm in now. And I have to say, I'm proud to be amongst all of you, and I'm sure you all feel the same way. We're linking arms together and getting through this crazy year, as nutty as it is, but still learning what we need to learn and still engaging in the industry that we love so much. So let's continue to ride that storm together. I do see something coming into the chat. I don't know if anyone's got any questions for Dean Upneja at this time, but this is a perfect opportunity. You've got him here.
Right, and as Professor Land said, our classrooms are, you know, we have in-person instruction happening at SHA. It's, we call this LFA, Learn From Anywhere, so you can take classes wherever you are in the world, and you can also physically come to classes as well. So more than 80% of our classes are in the LFA mode. You know, it's working good so far. We're trying the best we can.
Dean Upneja, there's a couple questions about the sports management down the road. Maru, leave it to you to ask me one of those questions. So here's our plans. You know, timeline, we of course like to move faster than others. But this is something that we feel we have a really strong opportunity. There are other hospitality programs throughout the United States, which are schools of hospitality, tourism, and sports management. So it's not unusual to see the combination of these disciplines together. Quite honestly, particularly now that we've gotten a chance to hear the mission that Dean Upneja shared, that Dr. Payton helped us facilitate and bring together as a faculty and a staff, we work together on this. It fits in, and it's in complete alignment with us creating those experiences. So depending on how fast I move with some things, and for those of you who know me, I do like to move fast. You know, if this is launched within the next 1 to 2 years, that's our goal. You know, truthfully, it does mean getting approvals within our own school first, and buy-in and polish. It does mean university. It does mean getting together faculty who can also teach this, but we are trying to move very fast. So this is definitely in the timeline for a short-term launch.
And I did see someone raising a hand, so.
That was me.
Okay, go ahead.
So a little bit going back on the previous question for the concentrations, such as human resources, would that be also option to receive it as a certificate? Let's say that's been applied after I graduate from the program, and that's a concentration I would like to move towards. If I can reapply to the program and just pursue on the concentration piece of the HR.
That's a very, very good question. And I'm not sure that we had, in fact, it is such a good question that we'd not even considered that. So what I would recommend is that you shoot me an email, and I'll put my email address on the chat here. and let's figure this out. And I'm going to ask Micah to explore with BU what can happen. But that's a very good question.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Something
no, that's a very good point, and something that we've already started doing, which is offering graduate certificates. So we have 2 graduate certificates right now. We have a graduate certificate in hospitality management. Then we also have an advanced graduate certificate. So depending on if you're working in the industry and you want to, you don't have the time to come into for a full program, you want to do part-time, we can start with one of these 2 certificates depending on your educational background. And once you earn the certificate, you can go on to earn the full degree. But what you're asking me is the other way around. So we will definitely look into that.
Angelica, I love the idea, quite honestly. I think it's a great idea.
Thank you. Thank you. It's something I've been searching on the side towards, like, once I finish with my master's, to pursue certifications on HR. But if BU will offer it, then I definitely want to, you know, put BU as my #1 option, especially as I'm having such a great time with you guys and with all the professors. I want to continue on that education with BU.
Fantastic. Thank you, Angelica. So there's another question which was raised by Anna Monahan, our fabulous assistant dean, about professional development and lectures available for alumni and the wider hospitality community. So earlier in the summer, when this whole world was going crazy and we had no idea what was happening, we put together a series of seminars, Zoom sessions and seminars, and we hosted them pretty much once a week for a couple of months in the summer. And so right now we are in the middle of planning our next set of seminars. So please keep a watch out on our social media, keep a watch out on our website. And not only do you increase the website analytics by visiting often, which Stephanie would love, but you also keep getting a praise of the latest developments that are taking place. One thing that I did not clear with Professor Lance, but I'm just going to take the risk and go ahead and say that our school was established in 1981. So since you're all SHA alumni, you can calculate that next year is going to be our 40th anniversary year. So we are really planning a lot of activities. If anyone wants to get, I'm sure you all want to get engaged in helping plan out. I can already see Gabby raising her hand and saying, yes, I want to be involved. Let me call out on Maura and Sarah and so many others who are here. Please reach out to us, help us plan an amazing, fantastic 40th anniversary year. So.
It will also be the 5th anniversary of our master's program. So for those of you who are alums of our master's program, we have opportunities to also celebrate next year. So 2021 will be a lot better than 2020 in so many ways.
Fantastic. So are we ready to move on, Professor Lance?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Fantastic.